It is. Right on. Thank you, Alex, for taking some time here today to join the Toddcast in Vancouver, Canada.
Oh,
Have you? I don't think I can hear you. Oh, there you are. I heard you. I heard you. I heard you. I heard you.
I don't know what to say.
Are
I'm
you?
technologically stupid.
Yeah, no, no, not at all. It might have been that could have easily been me, but so yeah, thank you, man. Have you been to Vancouver?
I have never been to Canada.
Never been to Canada at all, like not even Toronto. Like everybody's been to Toronto.
Well, yeah, I don't. I've traveled a bunch, but I haven't gone out of the country other than Nicaragua since maybe my freshman year of high school. I went to London,
Oh wow.
um,
Well,
and
you
then
like was
I
that for
was told that
school?
yeah, my choir sang in London. My
Cool.
high school choir. And I was told that because I got a DUI in 2000 that I couldn't come to Canada. And I have no idea if that's true or not.
Probably.
They said I would have to do some sort of DUI rehabilitation. What's going on with my screen? It's moving. Um, they said I would have to do some sort of DUI rehabilitation program to get in. I'm like, that was 25 years ago. I'm pretty sure
Wow.
I've rehabilitated myself.
Yeah, I think I'm all right at this point, you know. Like
Yeah,
so
I'm
it's
good.
back to London, dude. That must have been crazy. So what did you just like was it like a billet situation? Like did you just live at like another student's home or how did that work?
No, we were just there for a week. So
Oh,
we sang at St. Paul's Cathedral and then we went to Ely Cathedral and sang there. I don't know what's going on my screen. It's
I
freaking
noticed that.
out.
It's trying to catch up to
Keeps
you. It's like
moving. How do I do that? Auto frame? Maybe that's yeah, there you go. Yeah, so we sang in London my freshman year. We sang at Carnegie Hall my junior year. We were the fourth ranked choir in the United States.
dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was pretty cool experiences for a kid. Though the food in London for a 14-year-old was abysmal.
Was it? Yeah.
Just mushy peas on everything. It was gross.
That's
I would
awesome.
have a lot more respect for it now, but back then I was like, "Where's the chicken nuggets?"
Yeah, fair enough. And so obviously music's been in your life the whole time, but we'll know you as a big victor in Hell's Kitchen season 21 as well, right? So when did like were they kind of both in line? Like you also as a kid were into cooking too, or was it more music driven or what was that like?
Definitely more music driven. I mean, I started singing in choirs when I was 7. Started playing piano and saxophone in like fourth and fifth grade. Was in all the high school plays and all that kind of stuff growing up. I started working in restaurants when I was 16.
Mm,
Um, my grandmother was a huge source of inspiration. I mean, I'm literally my family breeds walking horses, and I mean it's about as country as you can get. They lived on a huge farm. My grandmother was killing the chickens that we would eat for dinner. I
okay.
mean, it was like the quintessential Southern cook. And I was always the one guy that was just not in the living room watching the football game, or I just always wanted to help her cook. And she was making biscuits and gravy, or chicken and dumplings, and fried okra, boiled custard, buttermilk pancakes, and all that was just so much more interesting than watching football. But I was raised by a single mom, so sports wasn't really like, and I was not a very sporty child. So
Mm,
watching other athletes, I was just like, "Nah, I don't really care."
yeah, fair enough. But you know, there's something about cooking though too. Like I'm a drummer. I'm nowhere near pro like you're, you know, obviously a professional musician as well, but
Yeah,
there's a correlation
unpaid
between the
professional,
two. Yeah, you're like let's air quotes that.
professional
Air quotes
hobbyist,
that, you
maybe.
know.
Yeah.
But do you find the same thing like that you like do you love them equally the same? No.
No, but most people that know me from Hell's Kitchen would be upset to hear that. But I mean, it's just the reality. I mean, music was always the first love. Food was a job and a career. I love it, but I don't. If I had to pick one lane to stay in, it would be music.
Mm,
It does something to me that food can't do. I've the closest I can equate it, like there's no better feeling than playing on stage, playing live with your band. The crowd's into it. The band knows the next note, the next chord, the next lyric, the next note.
Right, they're singing
And
along, like,
you're just firing on all cylinders. And by the end of the show, you just go, it's a great show. Like everybody loved it. We had a blast. I wasn't having to think about what was next. It's flowing through you and everybody can feel it. And the best comparison I can give from a restaurant perspective is like Friday night, you're completely in the weeds, but you're with the A team. The saute cook's killing it. The grill cook's killing it. The fry cook's killing it. Garde-manger's killing it. All the customers are happy. And at the end of the night, you go, that was a great night.
sure.
That's as close as it gets, but there's still no comparison,
Yeah.
honestly.
Dinner rush is not the same as like
No.
commanding the stage, you know?
Oh, and dinner rush lasts so long. It's like we've been in the weeds for 6 hours. How is this not over yet? And then we've got to deep clean the whole kitchen. So it's close, but they're both creative outlets. That's the thing is like you're using creativity, and it's something that you love to do, and you're creating something out of nothing, similar to songwriting. You're pulling a song out of the ether, and you're pulling a recipe out of the ether, and you're borrowing something from this and from that. And it's similar with music. Oh, I heard something that this band did, and I'm taking this from Otis Redding, and I'm taking this from Chris Stapleton, and just trying to make something new that also sounds familiar.
Hmm.
Same with food. You want to make something new that tastes familiar, has nostalgia to it, and people can understand and get attached to.
Yeah, I like that. What did you take away from Hell's Kitchen in your time there?
Honestly, I think the biggest takeaway from for most of us was that we are all far more capable than we think we are, especially under stressful circumstances. Like the human body can do wild stuff on very little sleep. I mean,
Mm.
we got 90 minutes to 2 hours of sleep a day for 3 weeks. Yeah. I mean, we were working 21 hours a day, and
Wow,
it's it's very possible to push yourself far past the limits that your mind has created.
that's wild. Where did you grow up?
Right outside of Nashville in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Okay, and so the music scene there is pretty kick-ass, right?
Not in Murfreesboro, but it is in Nashville.
But in
Yeah, I mean,
Nashville, like Nashville proper is like,
yeah, I mean, I'm like 20 minutes from downtown Nashville. The interesting thing about Nashville is people think this is where you come to make it in music. And it's really not, in my opinion. It's a 5 to 10 year town. I mean, if you're slugging around Broadway and doing all those things, it's going to take a long time to get it right. I mean, I always thought the Dave Matthews approach was better. Small town, not a lot of competition. His band was a big fish in a very tiny pond.
yeah,
You come to Nashville and you are a minnow swimming in the ocean with sharks and whales. So it's a lot of who you know, and there's a lot of talent involved, but then there's also a lot of luck and networking and money involved. So it's especially with today's world of streaming. I mean, there's 140 some odd thousand songs uploaded a day to Spotify. It's damn near impossible to cut through the noise if you don't have a marketing budget and a management team and a PR team and all those things. It's tough to break out.
yeah, for sure. And I mean, you want to go down that path a little bit and like even get into try to get radio play in, a long term. I don't know if you know my background, but I did radio in Vancouver for 15 years and 20
Okay.
years overall, and then got into podcasting 12 years ago. But to try to break through to radio, if you don't have that game plan, let alone the marketing people and the radio trackers and everything else, like if you're not playing, you won't get played. Like if
Right.
you're not playing the city that you want to get played in, they're like, no, we're like, we love your story, but we can't play your music if you're not going to play here.
Right. We've gotten played in, I think, five or six cities. There's KUPD in Arizona plays us, the Hog in Daytona plays us, and then a few other just random sprinkles of radio play here and there. But also, I mean, if you're Clear Channel or iHeartRadio, there's only 40 to 50 songs that they actually play all day long, and it's just a repeating cycle of Morgan Wallen, Taylor Swift,
Yeah,
Jelly Roll. It's all the same kind of thing, which wash, rinse, and repeat. So it's tough to get in there if you're not a approved artist.
truly. And if you do get in there, you're laughing because now suddenly you're on 60 stations. It's not one. Like they'll add you across.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And so what was the music like in your house then as a kid growing up?
Oh man, my mom was like super into like Christian music. I mean, we were hardcore into church every Sunday and Wednesday, and it was like it was the CCM world. I mean, it was DC Talk and Jars of Clay and Third Day, and that was really my and then country music as well. She loved, but the country music of the early 90s was much different than the country music of today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it was George Strait, Alan Jackson, Clint Black, Garth Brooks,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And did you see many shows? Like were your parents taking you to concerts often or?
Yeah, my mom took me to the Ryman, man, like almost every Sunday for a few years. They had a show at the Ryman called Sam's Place. And it was like there was a host, I think Stephen Curtis Chapman was the host of it. And they would have maybe five or six different artists come up every night and just each would do like two songs. So we saw my first concert was Richard Marx.
Oh,
And
no way. Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Nice.
downtown Nashville. And then we saw Sawyer Brown, but I didn't really get into like rock music and blues music until college, really. I mean, it just because was just growing up in a very sheltered home,
Yeah.
which no, I have no qualms about that. My mom did an amazing job. She's a champ.
Yeah, yeah. And so back to Richard Marx. What do you specifically remember? And how old were you for that? What do you specifically remember about that night, that show?
9 or 10. I mean, I was so young. I just remember there being a lot of women there. That's really all I remember. I don't not a ton of takeaways from the concert when I was 9.
Yeah, fair enough. And how about you? Like, how old were you when you did your first show for people?
Like in a band,
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
Yeah,
What,
I
what was
was
that like?
singing terrifying. But I mean, I was also in a band that played 4 hour shows. We were in like a blues rock jam band. So we would take a 4 minute song and they'd turn it into a 13-minute song. But at the time I couldn't play any instruments. So I would sing a verse, sing a chorus, hop off stage, let the band jam. They were really into like Fish and the Dead and the
Yeah.
Who and all that kind of stuff. So I would just jump off stage, let the band jam, take a few shots, get back on stage,
The
forget where I
liquid
was,
courage and yeah, away we go.
take my tambourine, the traditional lead singer instrument.
That's around. And so your band, Reckless Eden, how long has that band been around?
A year and a half. We
Okay.
started in June of 2024. Um, didn't see it coming. I had no plans to get back into music. I mean, I just won Hell's Kitchen a year before.
Yeah.
So the culinary career was taking off even more. I was traveling a bunch. And Sanjay just sent me a random text and was like, "Hey man, going to the studio in Phoenix next month. You want to try to write two songs?" And I was like, I mean, I barely know this guy. Like I'd I'd probably met with him in person two or three times, but we'd been texting and sending memes back and forth to each other, which is the ultimate friendship bond.
Of
If you can
course.
start
Yeah, yeah.
sending memes, you've got a brother for life.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But it was
and
through that, wasn't it? Through like the Hell's Kitchen that you kind of met Sanjay, right?
Yeah, I mean, I use that leverage to cook for Shinedown. So
Right.
uh, I was talking with their management and wound up cooking for them in Huntsville, Alabama, right before one of their shows. And Dude, they were just super chill guys. I mean, I had no intentions, no expectations. I showed up, pulled up to the loading dock, had a plastic pop-up table. I cooked some salmon and some steak and some vegetables, and I was just going to feed the guys and go see the show and then turn around and go home. And they all got their food, and Brent was like, "Get the fuck on the bus." And
Nice. Brett
I
Smith,
was,
yeah, great guy.
what? I was like, "What?" And
Yeah.
they were like, "Yeah, get on the bus." So I made a plate, got on the bus, and I was sitting there eating. And I was like, "Y'all ever have imposter syndrome?" It's very much what I'm dealing with right now. But they were super chill and down to earth. And we wound up talking for a few hours and all hit it off. And it was very surreal. It's the only way to really put it. It was kind of nuts.
Yeah. And then so how far in the timeline, like, so you do that, and then Sanjay's like, let's go to studio. Is that like 6 months later, 2 months,
That
three?
was about a year. Yeah. That was so I cooked for them in April of 2023. And then June, July 2024 is when we got in the studio.
Okay. And so how do you know the other guy, Ryan?
Ryan was Sanjay's friend.
Oh, okay.
Also lives in Phoenix. They had done some stuff together in the past. I think they've known each other for about 11 or 12 years, both in the music scene in Phoenix. So, I mean, Ryan's very accomplished as well. I mean, he's produced for Bless the Fall, Memphis Mayfire, Asking Alexandria, like
Wow.
Joe, I worked with Joe Bonamassa. I mean, he's an incredibly talented 28-year-old.
That's crazy. So he did your stuff too?
Yeah, he's our lead guitar player and our producer.
And the producer, yeah. I mean, if you got a guy like that, got the chops, like you're not going to go somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I mean, he's great.
yeah.
So, it's a pretty fun little trio that we've got.
Yeah, it sounds kick ass, dude. And so, I mean, it's fairly early. You say it's only like a year and a half in, but like, I guess, is there another career highlight beyond this band? Like, can you pick to one thing in your music career?
What do you mean? Can I
Like,
can I
like a
pick the one?
career highlight.
So far, I mean, singing at Carnegie Hall as a 17-year-old is pretty baller.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, we're almost about to hit 1 million streams on Spotify. To me, I know numbers aren't the end game, but for three dudes that sit in a small room and make music and have never played a live show, I feel like 1 million streams is pretty cool. Knowing the
Pretty good.
statistics of how many streams most artists get on Spotify, that feels like a huge milestone. So, I mean, I'm proud of it. It's generated like $0 in profit, but it's fun. Like we love to do it. I write songs all the time. I want to be out there in the studio. It's just such a fun place to be, and we have a blast every time. I don't know. I wish I could make it my full-time job, but I'm under no illusions that I can,
Yeah.
at 44 years old, I'm going to hang up the apron and just start singing full-time.
Fair enough, but you never know, man. So 2026 will be the year that you guys start playing shows for sure, then, right?
Well, I mean, the logistics of the band are so complicated. So Sanjay is the full-time videographer and photographer for 3 Days Grace.
Oh,
They've already released their entire 2026 tour schedule, and he's really only home a month and a half. So for us to get shows that everybody can coordinate and line up their calendars with, for us, it doesn't make a ton of sense to go try to gig out for 50 or $100 a night just because of the financial details of it. I mean, I've got to fly to Phoenix and get a hotel, and then we've got to get a drummer and a bass player. And I don't know, it's been hard for us to figure out how to do it properly because we've all got families and careers, and we got to support the home that we have. So I can't stop cooking to go make music,
yeah,
and then my mortgage doesn't get paid.
yeah,
So it's a weird. I think the only way it could work is if we got the option to be an opening band for a little bit of a headlining tour somewhere. But I don't know. I don't know what I don't know either. So
yeah. It could happen. It could happen. Okay, so let's stick with career highlights, and clearly, Hell's Kitchen is the career highlight, or
yeah, that's a
how to
pretty
get
big
away
one.
from that.
And I didn't see that coming either. I mean, I only applied to be on that show because of COVID and depression. I mean, I owned a restaurant and it was a fine dining restaurant with 55 seats. And then when the pandemic hit, I didn't have any partners, any investors, any backers. And it was, that 2 weeks to flatten the curve turned out to be a really long 2 weeks.
Long ass 2 weeks.
Well,
Right.
so I pivoted and turned it into a meal prep company, which I still own. And all those meals are sold in 11 different stores across Tennessee.
Oh wow.
So that's still going, but I was just very unhappy with life and the situation. And, my wife, they closed her work down and she's been working from home since 2020. And we were both just kind of like, is this it? This is all of life now forever. This is just never going to end.
Yeah.
And I saw this application for Hell's Kitchen on Facebook and clicked it and applied. And 6 months later, they told me I was coming to LA, and I had no thoughts of winning. You don't know who you're going to be competing against in a show like that. You don't know anybody. You don't know their resumes, their backgrounds, how talented they are.
Yeah.
You know nothing. So I was just trying to shake up my life a little bit and do something different.
Yeah. I love it. You mentioned off the top you're not, or let's at least as a kid, you said it wasn't sports. It was more just kind of hanging in the kitchen and helping out in that regard. Are you a sports guy now?
I mean, I work out, but I don't really play sports. I mean, my youngest plays soccer, my oldest kid plays football, but I am not an athletic individual. I might look athletic, but I am not athletic. Uh,
Yeah, but do
I
you
can
do you watch sports? Like if you're gonna watch sports, what do you watch? You just don't.
No, I don't really even watch sports. I mean, I never grew up watching them. I keep up with some stuff, but if I got into a trivia situation with one person and had 10 questions, I'd probably get one or two right.
Mhm. Yeah, fair enough. So,
It's just never been a big thing to me.
yeah, I get it. I get it. So, what do you binge watch then when you find time?
I mean, right now we're watching Stranger Things.
Yeah, same
We
with my family.
Netflix said we had watched the 4 seasons, but we started watching season one about 3 weeks ago. And about 10 minutes in, I looked at my wife and I was like, "There's no fucking way we've watched this show. I
This does
recognize
not ring a bell. Like,
recognize
what is going
nothing."
on?
Yeah, I mean, we all that also came out when our first child was born.
Okay,
So maybe we were watching it in and out of consciousness
sure.
between bottle feedings and him crying, but we really
You do get a little
don't.
tad punch drunk with kids, and
Yeah,
especially
I don't
newborns.
remember any of it. So we're starting season four tonight. Um,
Okay, I'm just into season two, like a couple, two, three episodes in. It's good, man.
yeah, it's great. It's a great show. I definitely see how people get like so hooked on it, but it's just wild that it's taken a decade to make 5 seasons.
I know, right? Like suddenly these kids are no longer kids anymore.
No, they're 23.
They're old. These kids
Yeah,
are
they're
old.
adults. And they're still like being CGI to look like they're 15.
Yeah, it's the
They're
weirdest.
nuts. Wish
Yeah.
somebody could CGI my face to look 15.
Alex, let me hit you with an oddball question. I don't know if you've ever been asked this, but I'm curious because I almost ask everybody that comes on this podcast, like 1,000 guests or something like that. So
Okay.
I want you to share a near-death story where, like, holy shit, I could have just died there.
Um, I've got two, and I'm trying to pick which one was better. So I don't know if it's near death. It was terrifying. So, seventh grade, I'm in the Boy Scouts, and we go on this weekend camping trip. They drive us an hour and a half away from home into the country, into the woods. There's no cell phones, there's no internet. This is 1992 or three.
Hmm.
Um, Me and three of my friends wake up a little bit early and we decide that we're going to go just wander through the woods. So it's probably 6 a.m. and I needed to pee. So I was like, hey, I'm going to go pee behind this tree. And when I turned around, the other three dudes were gone. And I didn't know where I was. So I just started walking the direction that I thought I was supposed to go. 4 hours later,
Oh, come
I'm
on.
still walking through the woods, all alone. I do find a road. I get onto the road, and a van pulls up next to me with three dudes in it. And they were like, where are you going, boy? I said, I don't know. Where are we? And they said, I don't know. Get in and we'll tell you.
Oh
And I
no.
was like, I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
And it was like, come on, we'll give you a ride. And I was like, And I just went back into the woods and started running again. Some dog found me, started following me around, and I had a little bitty pocket knife, and I was like, I'm gonna have to eat this dog. And then it was about noon, I found a little subdivision, saw some kids' bikes in the front yard, went and I was crying, sobbing, went
Wow.
and knocked on the door. A mom answered the door. Her son was there, and she let me use her phone. I called my mom. That lady gave her directions. I went upstairs to the kid's room and played his Nintendo or whatever it was for about an hour and a half, 2 hours till my mom got there. And then my mom picked me up and she took me back to the Boy Scout camp, and they didn't even know I was gone.
Come on.
So I quit the Boy Scouts after that weekend.
Dude, the truck
And
with the guys, that's the dicey part of that story.
yeah, that was
Like
terrifying.
walking through a forest for 4 hours is not cool, but it's the
Well,
guys.
as an
Like,
11-year-old, it's kind
yeah,
of terrifying.
yeah.
But so
Wow.
I really, after then, I've kind of always had a fear of like getting lost. So
Yeah,
it's kind of stuck with me.
yeah.
But that's
I would
about
say
it.
that's a near death story. I'd say
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
it felt really big then. It'd probably feel really big now.
Oh hell yeah! Right now it
But
would
now
for
it would
sure.
just be like,
As a
where
50-year-old, I'd be yeah.
where am I? Send an SOS.
All right, let's hit you with a few rapid fire questions. We have
Okay.
Reckless Eden's Alex Belew. It's Belew, right? Alex Belew.
Blue. Yeah.
Belew, yeah. And of course, Hell's Kitchen, season 21, Celebrity Chef. We're gonna do this or that. So this
Okay.
or that, is it Disturbed or Nickelback?
It's Nickelback.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever seen them live?
Nickelback?
Yeah.
No.
Dude,
But
yeah.
I mean, I've seen them on YouTube and seen their live shows, and I don't know what auto tuner live he's using, but they sound so flawless live.
It's incredible.
I don't, all that manufactured hate and rage for Nickelback that existed for like a decade. I don't believe it.
I
They
don't
keep
get it,
they keep selling out arena tours. Nobody hates Nickelback.
right? Yeah, those boys are just from like just down the road. Like
No,
when I was
Chad can write a damn song.
yeah, when I
So
was in radio, I used to Chad would like send me stuff before it got released and like, hey dude, can you play this on the radio so I can hear what it sounds like in a car? Like one of those
yeah,
guys, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
and it's yeah. I mean, their discography's great.
it's
It's
incredible.
they're phenomenal,
Yeah.
phenomenal.
So was Disturbed. That's why I thought it might be hard. Uh
I saw Disturbed in the spring. Also, I mean, David's voice
Crushing.
live is great. Yeah, they were phenomenal.
Yeah,
And
Crushing.
it was them, 3 Days Grace, and Seven Dust opened up.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a
good
great
show.
show. That's a great
Yeah,
show.
good show.
Is it a movie night or is it a party night?
Movie night
Yeah, I agree.
always.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. We
Talk to
don't
me
go
20
out.
years ago and maybe it's a different story, but
Yeah, I'm in bed by like 9:15 at
shut
this.
up. Are you seriously? I'm
Yeah,
a
but I wake
midnight.
up at 4. I wake up at 4:45, so
Yeah. All right. Well,
very
I'm
routine.
a six, but I'm at midnight. Midnight, then I wake up at 6:30.
Can't do midnight. If it starts getting past like 10, I'm like, oh God,
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
do
Beer or wine?
it. I don't really like either, honestly. Like,
Really? Okay.
I don't think I've had a beer in probably 10 years.
No way.
Wine, I don't, my knowledge of people think because I'm a chef, I have like tremendous wine knowledge
That's what I
where
thought. Like I thought, boom, you'd be like, dude, it's wine. Come on.
I know absolutely nothing about wine. Um, I mean, I enjoy a good glass of wine every now and then, but I don't, I'm more of like a gin and tonic, vodka tonic kind of guy.
Okay, Hards bar. All right. Is it Marvel or DC?
Marvel, but Superman is my favorite comic book character.
Okay, that's what my next is. So, is it your favorite movie as well, or is it just the character? Like, what's the best
My favorite
Superman movie?
movie, my favorite movie is The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
If Christopher Nolan could do a Superman movie,
Oh,
that'd
wouldn't
be,
that be amazing?
bro, that'd be lights out. But my oldest and I are gonna go see Avatar here in like 2 hours,
Oh, you're gonna
and
go check it out, eh? Yeah, it's in theaters here as
I'm
well.
going for the Marvel Doomsday trailer.
Yeah, yeah, totally right.
All 20 seconds of Steve Rogers in there.
Yeah, yeah.
See,
Uh,
I grew up reading comic books and like watching X-Men, and like
yeah, same.
that was my vibe. Like I was sitting on my floor talking to my best friend on the phone while we're watching X-Men on Saturday mornings. Like that was a comic book kid growing up.
Yeah, same, same. So, which power would you want to have then if you could have one?
Flight, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
teleportation. Like it's Nightcrawler for me.
Yeah, Nightcrawler was awesome, but I something about the beauty of flying through space and time and like being able to see all that, not just vanish and appear,
Yeah.
but that, I don't know. Every time I watch Superman fly in a movie, I'm just like, I want to do that.
I've had people say that they'd like time travel, but I'm like, I don't know if that's a like, is that a superpower? I don't think it
I don't
is.
know. I think that
And I
mess with your
guess it
brain.
is if it's a power, but
Yeah, you'd
cool
wind
to
up
have time travel.
warping the future. I'd wind up warping the future too much. I'd be like Marty McFly, see who
Oh,
won the World Series in 2026 and putting $1 million on it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Come back to 2026 and it's completely different world. Like,
Yeah, like one little ripple effect mess with the whole
whoa.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter?
Hmm. Movies or books?
Whew. Movies.
Harry Potter. I thought the Lord of the Rings movies were a little boring,
Hmm, really?
but the books really captivated me in high school.
Yeah, it's funny
So,
how your brain can make it like even better than what they can do in cinema.
yeah, I mean, sometimes the books just, well, there's so much more detail in a book. You know, they're trying to condense a 400-page book into a hour and a half, 2 hour long movie,
Right.
and character development gets skewed, and this and that happens. And when your mind paints this beautiful picture of, because that's all reading a book is your brain is creating a fantasy land, and you see it your way. And
Right.
you and I would read the same book, and I will paint a
Sure.
completely different picture than what you paint.
Right. My
Uh,
character would be different looking than your character. Yeah.
right. I'd be a 6'8" Hulk, just bashing hobbits through the Shire. Um, I don't. Yeah, I would say I don't know. Also, the Harry Potter movies kind of they were just more fun. It was more fun, more magic to it than the Hobbit was just so sad all the time. Everybody was just so sad and distraught, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, bad shit happens, but you can still smile.
True enough. All right. Name three things. I want you to name three bands that have changed your life.
Matchbox 20, first CD I ever got.
Dude, that
Uh,
debut was like untouchable.
yeah, and I've actually got a song coming out with Kyle Cook in the spring. We actually did a cover of Otis Redding, Dock of the Bay.
Oh,
So that's coming out, which for me, huge bucket list. I mean, Kyle's tone and um, his thoughtfulness of what he plays is, I don't know, it's just I think Kyle's a big part of what made me love Matchbox, like the thoughtful guitar parts, and it those got more pronounced as their albums came out. Like the first album was not really known for like riffs and licks and leads, but as like More Than You Think You Are and the other ones came out, it was he had really dialed in his tone, and Kyle's a bit of a prodigy in guitar anyway, and Rob's songwriting, it just always really resonated with me. I mean, Hang is one of my favorite songs of all time. And I don't know.
Hmm.
I
How did you
miss
meet
Rob.
Kyle?
I miss Rob's old voice a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit. Now he's keyed everything up so damn high. I can't sing them anymore.
yeah.
But I got to meet him 2 years ago, and he's a little fella.
Is he really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Rob, he's like 5'7".
No way. Oh,
I'm 6'3". I look like the Jolly Green Giant standing next
I'm
to him.
I'm 6'2".
But
Yeah. So
yeah,
how did you meet how did you meet Kyle then?
Instagram.
Oh,
A lot of weird doors open up for you when you get a little bit of TV behind you. I'm the same dude I was before Hell's Kitchen. I just got a blue check mark now, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, he's
right.
famous.
It's like that Joe Walsh tune. Everybody's so different, and I haven't changed. You know,
Yeah, I'm
it's
the
still the
same
same
dork
dude.
I
Like,
was 4 years ago, but
yeah,
whatever. It's
yeah.
fine.
Okay, so Matchbox 20 is one of the three bands that have changed your life. Who else?
Uh, the Allman Brothers.
Hmm.
I wasn't introduced to them until I was 19, and I had to sing Whipping Post with my old band. Then I'd never heard of it. And Quincy, my guitar player, got me in his truck, and he was just ripping Marlboro Reds down so fast. And he was like, "Man, you got to check out this band. I know you're gonna love them." And man, it's just doom 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 doom. And I was like, "What is this magic?"
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I totally got hooked on the Allman Brothers. One more band. Honestly, man, like Shinedown's probably up there as well because it's been a 20-year career. I've been listening to it since I was in college/culinary school. Crow and the Butterfly is one of my favorite songs as well. Like I see my kids when I listen to that song. Um, I'm the vocals matter so much to me when I listen to music. Like if they don't grip me from the second I hear them,
Yeah.
I'm
Same.
not going to listen. And there's a lot of bands that just kind of have like average singers, or the worst is when you go see somebody live and you're just like, what? Who is this? Like,
Mm.
you ever heard of a band called Need to Breathe?
Need to breathe. No.
Yeah. They've been around for like 18 years, but that dude's voice, his name is Bear, but his voice could cure cancer. I mean, it's like they would end every show by completely unplugging everything, walking to the end of the stage, and just in an arena, a totally acoustic, no amplification at all. And it's mesmerizing to hear real talent explode from a stage like that without tuning and reverb and delay, and just to hear people with true talent get up there and perform. It's a cool thing to witness. But I would
Mhm.
say Allman Brothers, Shinedown, Matchbox 20.
Yeah, yeah. That reminds me of you ever heard of Amanda Marshall?
Mm-mm.
She's I mean, I think it was probably like the early 2000s that she was kind of making waves and stuff, but she was one of those same sort of thing. Like I saw her at it wasn't a huge place, but an amphitheater, maybe 1,200, 1,500 people kind of thing. But she at one point didn't even got away from the mic and was just singing on her own, no amplification at all. And you could hear her clear as day. It was like just mind blowing how good she was.
Yeah, I
Like,
love that. Like, you ever seen the YouTube page Wings of Pegasus?
yeah,
I love that dude.
yeah,
But he completely broke down like all of Taylor Swift's performances from Belgium to Hong Kong to New York City to LA. And he isolated all of her vocals, and every single vocal is right off the album. Like everything's on the line, no variation, no nothing, no inconsistencies. Each show, same note, same slide, same lift. Everything's just the same.
yeah, yeah.
I don't want to see that when I go see a show.
No.
I
Same.
want to see the human effect. I
I
want
want
you
the
to,
hiccups, you know, I want
yeah,
the minor
mess up,
mistakes and
please.
yeah,
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 I want to see all that, but I want to hear you. I don't want to spend $500 on a ticket to hear a CD play. I want to hear the band. I want to hear the singer.
yeah,
And I think a lot of times we've gotten away from that just because technology's improved so much that, you're tuning live now on the spot.
yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Alex, thank you, man, for doing this again.
Yeah.
We'll wrap it up here. I respect your time. I one more question. I want to stay kind of in this realm as well. So
Yeah, sure. By the way.
I want you to give Mount Rushmore. So three picks. I know Mount Rushmore is four, but I want you to give us three picks of your top singers since we're kind of in that realm.
Ooh, man, these are good. Um, some of these might be debatable as like Stevie Ray Vaughan. I'd put him up there,
Yeah.
even though guitar playing is probably better than singing. But like, I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. So that voice to me is,
Well, like you say, like if it's not a voice that catches you right away, like you're gone. And Stevie
yeah.
Ray, of course, is a fucking beast.
I mean, his version of Superstition, I think, is better than Stevie Wonder's. Like,
Yeah.
I love that. I love his band's take on Superstition. Man, who else? Celine Dion. I mean, you want to talk about a voice, like
Yeah.
blow the rafters off.
Yeah. You guys
Who
listen to
else?
Celine Dion as a kid? Is that like almost like comfort music for you?
I don't ever listen to it now, but I just
Yeah.
think I'd probably actually scratch Celine. Let's put Whitney up there.
Okay.
We'll put Whitney up instead of Celine. So Stevie Ray Vaughan, Celine Dion, or Whitney Houston,
Yeah.
and God, who's another one?
This says a lot, by the way, about your musical tastes and choices, you know, when you're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I love me some Whitney Houston. We used to listen to her every night when my restaurant would just open at 5 o'clock. We'd put on "I Want to Dance with Somebody."
oh yeah,
Uh, just gets you in the mood. It's a bop. It makes you feel good for dinner service.
yeah.
Man, who's the next one? Gosh, I'd have to say Bear Reinhardt from Need to Breathe. Honestly,
Hmm.
you need to go listen to their stuff. His
I'm
his
definitely going.
voice, his voice is unreal. Like and they've got live recordings out, and that band produces music better on stage than they do in a studio, and that's very rare.
Well, that's
Like
when you know it's a good band.
to go see a show that is far superior live to any studio recording. And thank God they've recorded their live shows because they can't reproduce that magic in a studio. It's like they're contained and they need to not be.
Well, that's like a
So
Dave Matthews is the same sort of thing.
yeah, I mean, look, I
Production.
love Dave. I love Dave in college. I don't think, when Satellite came out, everybody was just that's the first song I learned to play on a guitar. You just play that to a girl, she'd be like, "Oh my God, I love Dave Matthews." Like, I'm in.
Awesome. By the way, I would struggle as much as you struggled just now to come up with the three.
It's hard. I mean,
It's
there's
so
so
hard, dude,
many.
because they all go
There's
through your mind
so
like that one, that one, that one, that one, like so many.
well, there's so many talented. I mean, I don't particularly love her voice, but Lady Gaga can sing her ass off. So there's so many talented vocalists out there, and there's probably so many Teddy Swims. I mean, like
Yeah.
there's so many people that have never been discovered and never will be that are probably far better than the people I named. But that's kind of the beautiful thing about the internet is you can find the undiscovered talent that would never have a voice otherwise.
Yeah. And I was just going to say, that's the beautiful thing about music as well. Because it's so, it could be like three doors down and my neighbor has a great voice, kind of thing. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Three Doors Down, their lead singer lives like 10 minutes away from me.
Brad, really? Eh?
Right.
You
Yeah.
know him?
Yeah, I've met him a few times. He's a super nice guy.
Yeah, I've interviewed him a few times. He's a nice guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hopefully he comes on the other side of this cancer thing.
yeah. He's struggling right now. Hey,
Yeah, I think it's stage 4. It was pretty rough,
yeah,
but very nice dude, like very down to earth. It's always fun to meet people that have had that much success, but have stayed true to themselves and not let it jade them. And because I mean, look, I experienced a very small portion of a celebrity chef status.
yeah,
It doesn't much, it doesn't happen much anymore just because so much time has passed since I won. But it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot to have to be on all the time. And you're really not allowed to have bad days when you're in the public and people recognize you. And you know, you could
yep,
have had a sick kid, your wife could have gotten laid off from a job, like a number of things could happen to you to put you in a bad mood. But the general public is not very accepting of a famous person that has a bad day.
yeah.
And it only takes one bad experience for you to be skewered online and dragged through the ditches.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and Brad's probably like, like you were maybe at the 10-minute mark of our conversation, you'd said, like I'm still, or maybe 20 minute of the conversation, but you're just like, I'm the same guy. Like I just won that fucking Hell's Kitchen. He's the
Yep.
same dude that just happens to play to 25,000 people a night.
Yeah. I mean, I obviously my hard work and the years of experience and all of those things played into me winning. But I also got incredibly lucky just getting cast on the show.
Sure.
I mean, something like 20,000 chefs applied to be on my season. So
Whoa.
just getting plucked from that group of people, I mean, there's a little bit of like my personality worked on the camera, on the interviews, and I answered the right questions and I said the right things and I passed a drug test and like I passed a psychological exam. Probably a few people didn't pass those,
Probably.
but probably, but there's I'm very grateful that it happened. And also, like, life has its own ways of humbling you. I think if it had happened to me when I was 25, it probably would have been much worse.
Mhm.
But I've gone through so many things that have been humiliating and humbling, and they really teach you about yourself and how to treat others, that I think I needed to go through all that stuff before anything great ever happened. It's just kind of part of becoming a better person. And, you know, it's kind of just the way it is sometimes. There's not many people that get famous at a young age that are normal when they get old.
Right. Right.
I think, Joe Rogan was talking about this on a podcast. Like Jodie Foster's the only person that's famous as an adult that was famous as a kid
Right.
that's somewhat normal. All of the other ones
This
went off
somewhat
the
normal.
rails. I mean, they all went off the rails. I mean, Macaulay Culkin went off the rails for a long time.
Sure.
Miley
Justin
Cyrus
Justin Bieber
off,
was a fucking maniac for years.
off the rails.
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan off the rails.
Yeah.
Like all of them, they're bananas. But if you don't know how to handle it, if you don't have something that keeps you humble and sane and attached to the real world, and you still have to, I still got to take my trash cans to the road. I still unload my dishwasher. I still do my laundry. I do my kids' laundry, like all those things. That's normal life. I don't go somewhere and just get taken care of all the time. I still work as hard as anybody else, if not harder, try to do as much as I can, leave a place better than I found it, and give my all. And that's really all you can do, and hope everything works out in the wash.
Hmm. Hmm. Dude, thank you, man, for taking some time
Yeah,
here to
my pleasure.
join us. Where should we follow online? Where are you most active?
I mean, my Instagram page is just Alex Belew. The band's Instagram page is Reckless Eden. But, as we were told by a management company, our social media numbers suck. So
Well, it is what
we
it is.
we had a 90-minute meeting with a management team. They were like, your music's great, the streaming numbers are great, but your Instagram numbers suck, so we can't work with you. And I was like, well, You know,
That just
we're,
sucks, eh?
we live 2,000 miles apart.
Right.
We've all got other careers. We don't have live show content to post. So we're doing the best we can. So as of now, we're just going to keep dropping singles. And I think by March, we'll have 18 songs out in
Wow.
total,
Wow.
which for a year and a half of being in a band feels pretty
Those big
good.
numbers. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll just keep going after it. And I mean, at some point, it's got a shelf life. I can't keep it costs a ton of money to make this music. I mean, I've got to
Yeah.
every time I go to Phoenix, it's about $2,500. And we don't ever recoup it. Like the
Right.
streaming numbers, we're splitting all the profits three ways. And I think so far we've made $3,000 in total
Right.
from
You're like,
streaming.
it's nowhere near where.
That pays for one trip to Phoenix. And I've gone 5 or 6 times. So
Yeah.
that mixed with PR, mixed with marketing, mixed with Spotify campaigns. I mean, we've probably spent 25 grand and we're not making money off of it. So it's basically a hobby. And, I've got to go do dinners and events and things like that and save up enough that my family can survive and not feel the burden to go do this.
Damn.
It's more expensive than golf, if that's humanly possible.
That's not possible, is it?
Not to lose as many balls as I lose. It's
I
pretty
brought 30
terrible.
balls and I lost them all. So
Yeah, and I'm back at the clubhouse buying another box. We're on the ninth hole, man. It's like, what can I say? I really suck at golf. It's
well, when you come to Vancouver, I'll pay for the round, buddy.
oh, thanks.
It's nice to meet you. I'm going to wrap this up. I
You
got
too.
another interview in 6 minutes or 7 minutes, and we'll tag you when we're chucking this stuff around. And
Cool.
enjoy Avatar.
Thank you, Todd. Appreciate it, man.